October 5, and this is October 5, 2025. That's to remember that was when the devil died. And I'm going to tell you what have happened today. It was on Facebook. And it was someone that was related to me, and she showed a picture that her mother have created in that style that was in 30s, 40s in that time. It's special way that they did drawings. And it was her mother have made the devil that she have seen, I suppose. So she have all this, exactly what the devil looked like, but in 1930, between 1930 and 1940, like that. And so this is covering on this episode. I was not thinking that I should do a recording today, as it is Sunday today. And many of you that listen at my podcast, you are in some worship places still. Even if I have told you about the church. But I got a message today on Facebook that in that time when it happened, I didn't know what it was. But today I can tell you what it was, and I'd be so amazed and shocked that this is what God wanted to tell me from the beginning, but I didn't understood, as I was not, I didn't believe in God in that time, and even if I have come to know God, I maybe have not seen it. But now, when I have talking about the church we have, all these worship places, whatever it will be, it is an answer of what I have talking about. But I had forget it to tell you. I think I have talking about it in my first episodes, but that most people can't listen at them because like SoundCloud, they only showing 500 episodes, but I am going to almost 1,000 episodes. And then is it something I have to go back on what I have say. But it was, some things are for that time. And then it changed the time, and I have told you last episode that it's a perfect time just now. That's why the spirits are talking to me like they do. And because it's going to the end of this planet, or they will come and get us, that who understand what they are talking about. And it can go both ways. And I don't know, because I'm a human. I know only I don't know 1 second from now, and when I know things, that's because I hear from the spirits. I don't know anything. And so this is the answer of what I have talking about. And it's something that I have to take back now, because the time is the right time now. And you that support me with money to could move from this place, if you have a business, and I would tell people about your business. If you write your business name on the message you can do in the bank when you're sending money to me to help me. And that from the start I didn't want to have any kind of money. And I did a podcast for free to people, and then it have changed by time, and it started that God told me that I should visit Jerusalem in 2022, and I have to change it, because I told people in my podcast that I don't have any money, but God wants me to visit Jerusalem. And then it was people that sending me money so I could travel to Jerusalem. And they didn't wrote their names, because I told them that God knows who is the one that is sending me money. But now you are a company, and it maybe is not the owner that is sending money to support my move. And so it's I give up with this to not take any money in that way. So I do some commercial for your business, if you help me. And I have about 600 listeners every day, so that it's many people you reach. It's most people is in the United States, and nowadays it's England also, London. It's London, so it's big city. And then do I have this from Holland, Belgium, and Germany, and Ireland, like that, those areas. So you can reach there. And so I am going to start to tell you the story about what did happen in the beginning when I didn't know God. And it was this that I already have talked about, that it was like a hard wind. It was not hard wind, it was this, that I had this realistic dreams or vision that the devil wanted to kill me. And then one night when I tried to scratch his face to be rid of the devil, then I find out there was no face. It was only a space, a black space in it. And I'd be so scared, I ran up from my bed and ran out in my living room and light up everything. And then I saw outside my house there was standing a man with white clothes on. It was not a human, because we had a balcony that was in glassed balcony, so no one could come in there. And but this was standing outside and couldn't come in when I ran away from the devil. And then I started to go into our church. We have church maybe 15 meters from where I lived. And I go in there sometimes and look at the picture of Jesus on the cross and talk to this picture. And because I didn't know who God was, so I was talking to Jesus and asking for help. But it didn't come any help. And then one day, it was Saturday, I was thinking I walk into the church, and then I go and shopping on Saturday in about lunchtime. And I walk into the church, and it was quiet. No one was there, and it was not lighted up either. It was only dark gray in the church. And then I was thinking, I'm going to write in the book that the church have sometimes, that people can write their names in, and also some, if they want to have a prayer for them in the church. And I, of some reason, I don't know it, I maybe was thinking that my writing should not be one of many. So I wrote about this fight with the devil, and on the last page, it was the covering page. I wrote it on, so it should be there for out from all other things that was written. So I wrote a prayer to help me to be rid of the devil. And then I go out and shopping, and then was it a voice? It was the first time ever, first time. I didn't have this contact before, but I heard a voice saying to me that I should go back to the church. And I doubted. I was thinking that I was tired and wanted to go home and with my things that I have shopping. But I go to the church anyway, even if I didn't understood why I should go there. And then I was thinking that here in Sweden, the church are not open every day or all the time. I was thinking on Saturday after lunch, if the church had been open when I go there, but I was thinking it's closed now. But I go to that church, and it was it was not a message, but I have talked about this to be a brick in the chess game that someone moved me, and this was something moving me, and I go to that book And then I saw that the book was ripped in 2 parts. And that was a big book. It was big in the size and big in much pages, because it should be for 1 year that people could write in it. So that was impossible that a person could have done that. It was a spirit thing. And I knew that already there, even if I didn't know God. I knew it was unnatural forces that have... it was really 2 parts of that book. And then I walked out from this quiet church, and then suddenly a spirit touched me now, because I am saying this. On the left side, in those benches, it was a very old church, so it was those in a row bench. And in that time when the church was building, it was very small people that could sit there. It was not like our size. They were smaller. Most of people were smaller than we are today. And yes, it may be, I think the church is about 1,000 years. Now I'm talking about, what can it be? Now I don't know, but very, very old church. And he was laying there in that bench, and he a little deep in, but I was not afraid. So I walked to where he was laying, and he had this grin, not smile, a negative smile, evil smile, in his face. And even if he had not opened his eyes, I knew that he was looking at me. I knew he knew I was there, and look at him. I was not in the same row as him. I didn't want to disturb him, so I was on next row of this bench, and he was laying there. And that's a face that you can see on this covering of this episode. But it is made in 3040s style. But the grin is the same, the smile. Evil smile is there. And I went home. But then I want to tell you that I have seen the devil coming out from people before I knew God. And one time I was in a class, and then suddenly I sit far behind the people, and then suddenly there come out this face with this evil smile. It come out only like a face, maybe a little more. I have written it. I have make a drawing of it, and I have it on Facebook. And and it was smiling at me with this evil smile to me, and then it disappeared inside that person. And then it have been twice with my son, with my own son. It was this, we couldn't have him at home because he was so evil and was mental sick. And so we had him in another home when my daughter was young, was a baby, and he did many evil things on his sister. So we couldn't look after our daughter and what my son did. It was not my daughter and her brother have not the same father, but both is not right. And then it was when he was in our home. He come home sometimes, and my daughter's father was at his job, and our daughter was sleeping, and I was by myself with my son. And then I had heard from those foster family that my son had put fire on a house, and then he was standing outside the stores and did bad things in front of people. They told me. And I asked my son when he was at home, and we watched television together, and then I asked him, why did you burn up that house? And he was looking at our television the whole time. And I say that once again, why are you burning up that house? I say to him, and then suddenly it come loose, a face from him. And it says, I didn't hear what it was saying to me, but I understood to not challenge it, to not ask again. And the next day, my son he was not at home, and I was cleaning the home, and suddenly it come to me what this devil had said to me, and I be so shocked, because the devil in this, when my brain could solve the mystery, then it can happen to you also. And after that, I never sleep when my son was at home, because I was scared that he should put fire on our house. And I had been to a psychologist, and they test my son, but they never help us to get it like clean out the whole thing. And they ask him if it's going to burn in your house. They ask, that was a test, and how he mentally act. And he say, who are you going to bring out? Are you going to bring out your parents, your little sister? Who are you going to save, to help? They ask. And my son say, I'm going to help myself. That's what the answer was. So that was, it's really poor evil. And you can't find my son by the last name, because he don't have that same last name as me. So it's not any damage to him that I am telling you. And then it was another time when I go with him to the job agency to help him in the interview that he did. And before we went in there, I haven't forgotten it, but out in the street just before the working agency we went into, he said to me something. He turned to me and said something out from himself that was the devil's face that come out again and told me something very evil to me. So it's been some of it before God come, and I didn't know how to protect me. And it have taken a long time for me to know how to protect me. And but I have had protector with me the whole time before my birth here on this planet. And so this then I was leaving to United States in the year 2000 and was in United States for 3.5 years, homeless, without any money, had nothing. And the church didn't help me at all. I get some money sometime, a few times, and it was about $5-10, and that was not what I was in the church for to get. It was not about money when I was homeless without any money, and I didn't get anything from United States either, and so it was not why I was to the church was that I should get help to feel safe in my life, that I should they should help me to get a place, to safe place. I say safe place to be in. They didn't help me to come to a shelter either. That was me that find out, because those that most helped me when I was homeless was those that was homeless also, and they give me tips how to live a life as a homeless. So they helped me a lot, and I'm very thankful for that. But the church never helped me, and now today when I say more about this. When I come back to Sweden, and God helped me, so I could stay in this city, but it's our neighbor city where I lived before. So one day I go there, and I go to the church. That's where the book was. And there was like someone, pastor like that. And I asked him if he had that book from year 2000. And he said that, no, we don't keep those books. We put them in like an archive for the church every year when the year have ended. He say, so we don't have it here. But he say, you can wait. I will check out if we have that book anyway in our office, he say. So he went into the office, and then he come back, and as he said, the book is still there in our office. We didn't archive it. It's laying there, and I can. He take a copy of that book that was in 2.5, and I have that picture that he gave me. I have that somewhere on Facebook. I have kept that in all these pictures, but it takes forever to find it. So I maybe do that in next episode or some places, and so that was the book, and now it's coming to what I wanted to say. It's a spirit here. He touched me again, so he didn't go when he touched me the first time. So he will talk to us, so we understand everything. That I didn't know when I go into that church that, and the devil threw away, split the book in 2 halves, and but it was a sign of that, because I was thinking when God had coming and talked to me and take me out to United States, I was thinking about it, that how could the devil laying in the church? But then I learned in the United States, I was to the church, different churches every day, sometimes 3-4 churches per day. I walk and walk and walk. That's why my legs is so very bad. My knees are bad. I need to have surgery on my knees also. But the doctor doesn't want to do surgery on my knees because they think that I am too heavy in my body. They say so, but I think it's more that I'm so old, so they don't want to waste the money on me. It's only pure evil. The devil have wanted to kill me from day, not day 1, it's from day 0 when I come into my mother's womb, because she wanted to do an abortion, and I didn't move around in her womb before she was in her 5th month, and the doctor couldn't do abortion on her because it was too late. So I was laying there in her womb without moving for 5 months. So I was protected before I was born. And so it's in the church. Some things they are telling you in the church is right. That's what the devil do. It's in everything that have with the world to do, that the devil can tell you the truth in some ways, because then you find out he had right when he say this. Then you eat everything he give you. You take it as he tell you the truth all the time, because he told you the truth one time. Yeah, I know some of you wake up now, and that's how the devil are doing. I have the spirit in me now that is going around in my body and help me to tell you what this episode, and I have done that many times. But this is very important for you to understand about the devil. I know some people doesn't want to hear about the devil because either they are scared about the devil or they don't say they don't believe in the devil. And that is so very wrong. So you can't be clean up when you don't understand that the devil is in our life and that he exists like God exists. He is there, and he was there from the first time, and you that have read the Bible, you know that he wanted to be God. And it can't be two gods. There is only one in the top, and God cast him out from heaven, and he come down here on earth. Since then he have tried to get people, and so I have learned for a long time ago that it started already from the beginning with the devil. It's not something new in your life. I told you, I think it was the last time I told you this. The devil have working on you to destroy you from the day you were born. And some of you have got bad parents, and some have not had any parents. You have been away from everything. It's the devil that have started to destroy you. And by hearing this about and understand how the devil is working, you will be a survivor of him. You will be healed from it if you listen. It's not the devil can have other names. That is only a name on him here on earth. It's in the world they talking that kind of name. But he is a spirit, and even if he is showing up like a face, but he is a spirit, and he have no gender. He can be a man and he can be a woman. and it can be someone that have done surgery to change the gender. It doesn't help to do a surgery and change your gender. He is still there because you are, and especially you that have done the surgery, that he is working on you. It's very much coming into your life because you have done it, because you have two gender in you, and not you come from both sides of the devil into your life. And this was not what I was talking. It was the Spirit that was doing me open my mouth to tell you. And now it's coming to me again, something from the past, that when I was in United States homeless, I had a woman that I was a friend with her for a little while. But in the end, I understood that she was not a good person. But she took me to churches. And then it was a pastor in a black church. She said to me that she wanted me to preach on Easter, one of these Easter days. And so I say yes, of course. And then my friend, so-called friend, she come and get me, and I had a Bible, and I have done like laying. I check out the Bible, and then I write down some special text from it. And then I lay it in some pages. Not everything was on the same page. And then I had it in the Bible. And then my so-called friend stopped her car. And then she turned to me and said, You can't preach, you can't go and preach, she said, because you can't speak so very good English, she said. You can't preach, she said to me. And I turned to her and say these things that I didn't know, that God gave me. I say that God have told us, God have promised us, if we only open our mouth, He will lay His word in our mouth, I say to her. And she be shocked because she knew that I didn't know the Bible. And I say that to her. So she start the car and drive to the church with me. And then when I should come up to the altar and preach, I pretend that I turn the Bible wrong in my hand, and all this paper ran out from the Bible, and people was used to that. The pastors had those kind of notes to know where in the Bible those things was that they were preaching about. So they were picking up it and should give to me, but I said to them that is for you to keep and read it. And so I knew it was for someone. All those paper was one paper for each, and it was something for them. And then I preach, and my so-called friend, she come up to the altar because she was playing flute. He was playing flute on the side. This, like here in Sweden, that is the devil in the water, or playing that kind of instrument. And she was playing that and didn't listen to what I was preaching about. And suddenly when she was playing the flute, it broke into pieces. It was gone, so she had to listen. And there were coming people to me, and they say to me that, I felt a healing coming over me and directed to me, and when you turn around, I felt it. And you turn around and look at me, and that was a musician behind me. And I knew that I have not turned around. It was someone looking at him, not the devil, but God was looking at him and healed him, because he said that to me after that he was healed. He thought I was doing something, but it was God that did something with him, because it was my first thing I could do for people. I had a healing in me, so I have healed very much people in the United States from physical, because I don't touch mental sick people, only physical. And so this is, I don't know what I was talking about. I hope the spirit that is here helping me to come back to what I was on my way to talking about. But it was, I knew also it was this about he come from very far away in time, and maybe far away in other ways, and then I come to know the devil, because I live with the devil's daughter, and her father was Satanist, what they called president or something like that. So she had that inside her, but in the same way she was multi-personality in her. So she have a good side in her also, but it seldom come out. But one day she said to me that she had some holy water to sprinkle over me so the devil couldn't take me, and she sprinkled into my bed and sprinkle everywhere on me. And then she said to me that you should say this to the devil, and in a prayer to God, and that this I have. The Spirit is touching me so much because it's so important for you to understand this. Listen at me. I learn to say this to protect me, that Jesus' blood is running inside my body and protect me from everything that is inside me. Jesus' blood is protecting me. And that's the only way to do it. It is not any other things you should, because Jesus' blood can be inside you, because I know today I know that I am that Jesus is my ancestor, so I have his DNA inside me, in my blood. But that is also that he have a DNA to many. It's 2,000 years ago since he was here, and then it have spread out. So that is true. I come to know it now that they couldn't say that Jesus' DNA is inside you. But I tell you today, they couldn't say that in 2001 because we didn't knew about DNA. I'm sorry that this spirit make this coughing to me. I need to drink water once again. And so that was important. You can say Jesus' blood, but also the DNA, because many have DNA and of Jesus and split up in many people. But I belong to the Davis house in directly line from my mother and my father also. But most important is it that I am Jewish from my mother's line. And yesterday I got some people from the Jewish Museum in Stockholm that it was people that their name and the last name I knew there were in my family tree, and then I saw this. It was Jewish people from both my parents, and that it was also some answer also to me, because one was famous in the whole world, and she was from Africa, but Jewish African. And when I saw her picture, that's my mother. I saw my mother in that picture, and I come to understand why in my DNA I have from Africa, that I understood. And this I do. I know now who she was. She was an author of books that was very famous in the world. And on my father's side, that Jewish, he was very famous because he do music, playing piano, and so they belong to this DNA that is so very common in my parents' lines. So this is when he was talking, the spirit of the blood was the DNA. But you can say any in your way, and you should never copy what I tell you how to prayer, because the prayer is private, and God is a personal God, so he is not in many people in the same way. So those churches that tell you, like the Catholic and Lutheran Church is saying that you should repeat what it says in their psalm book, I think. It is how to say prayer together with many people in the church. That is total wrong, because we should not repeat. It says in the Bible also, but I don't know where it says, but I know it's there, and it's about. I think it's the same place where it says that they should not standing in the corner and talking about God. They should go into their own room, and that is inside your brain. You can pray to God inside your brain. That I have done many times, and it works fine with that. So this is God's way to show me from the beginning that the church is where the devil can be. And he can standing in the pulpit, the devil, and preaching for you. And you feel like some of it is right, what he's saying. But not everything he is saying is right. It's something to buy you in that way that you think, oh, it's correct what he is preaching about, and then you take everything in the preaching to be right, and everything he do. And I tell you since before that I was friend to many pastors, and I was on a dinner with the pastors, and they took that money that you gave to the church to buy wine for themselves to drink, to be drunk. And I have been to churches where they took your tithing to be drugs for this that was in the top in the church. That you don't know where the tithing is going to. So the church is the devil's place more and more, and it have started from the beginning when they split up this Abraham. From Abraham they split up in many different branches, many different religions in the world today. So it's about greed and want your money and want your attention to make you go astray, to lose your way, where the way that God wants you to walk on. And everyone have its personal path to go in God's plan. We don't have the same. We can have same things in many things, but not in everything, because God is a personal God, and that is giving you today that God told me already from the beginning that the devil is in the church, for sure. And so I thought it should not be on Sunday as a recording, but some of you have maybe stopped going to the church on Sundays or Saturdays, so you are here and listen that you do right things. God exists, the devil exists, but the God is not in a church. He is not in the wall. He have no limits of where he can reach. He don't need to have a house to talk to you. That I feel that is many of you that share that you be happy when you hear me saying that. You can have your personal life with God in your home, at your work, wherever you are. You don't need to go to a building made of hands from people from this world to be in. If you believe in my life, then you will understand that the church give you nothing. It doesn't want to help. And so God bless you and thank you for listening.